and welcome to season 4 of the Jenna and Tosh Show.
This is unbelievable.
It is crazy. I'm Jenna Morton from Pickle Planet.
And I'm Tosh Taylor from the Podcast Hub and plenty of other places around town that you can catch me. And today you're actually going to find us live on Open Farm Day at Farmer Brown's Greenhouse. And we're super excited to be here today with the events coordinator, Chris Buck. Now, Chris wears lots of hats around here and with Foods of the Fundy Valley. And today she's going to talk with us about what the town of Riverview has going on. Jenna's got the nice pamphlet in her hand here.
Harvest Fest is coming up October 1st through 3rd with the town of Riverview. They have an amazing lineup of things that you're going to want to find this brochure in person or online and check it all out. We're going to talk about some of it towards the end. Definitely one of the events is going to be here at Farmer's Brown.
Yeah.
And so we thought we'd come out here on Open Farm Day, which has been a huge success.
Huge, a little overwhelming, lots of people around, but we're doing our best. We appreciate everybody's patience.
So tell us a little bit about this space for people who have not been here before, who maybe haven't even heard the name yet. Tell us about Farmer Brown's.
Yeah, so Farmer Brown's has been around for probably 22 years now. So they've been around for a while. And I jumped on board with Farmer Brown's almost 4 years ago now. So I feel like I've gotten my feet wet and everything. So we're a little bit all over the place with things. But Farmer Brown's is a retail greenhouse service that basically operates for the most part, when flowers are in season, from March until any time down into the fall. And so we have all kinds of stuff here for that. We have
lots of kids running all around.
Skipping around here.
Some of them
so
yelling.
See,
Mommy.
there's lots of yelling, and it's very distracting. But yeah, so we have a retail greenhouse here that we operate 12 months of the year. But what we do with it is kind of convert it into multi-purpose or multi-event spaces. So today for Open Farm Day, we've got all kinds of fun activities going on. There's pumpkin painting, you can visit with the animals, there's tractor rides and wagon rides. We've got the campfire going over here, blowing a little smoke in our face. As for ambiance.
It smells great, I love it.
And we do our own wood oven pizza here as well. So that's with ingredients that's kind of grown and raised right here on the farm. But there's not really much that they don't do around here right now. So we've had some weddings on the weekends in the fall.
Mommy.
And
Mommy.
okay.
So they do a lot of things here. They've got Halloween that's coming up very soon too.
Yes.
Maybe we'll talk about that closer to the end of the show. But we wanted to talk today with Chris because part of Harvest Fest is a competition that they've got going on with the front doors.
Yes.
So
Pumpkin Palooza. I am so excited about this.
you have to know how to perfectly decorate your doors. And I actually just came from the skate park in the town, and they were working. I'm not going to tell you what it is because I'm sure that it's a secret.
They go all out.
They go all out each and every year, and this year is going to be bananas. More pumpkins, but not bananas. So they have things here, though, at Farmer Brown's that you can come and you could buy your planters here.
You can,
or there's many times where you can come down and do the classes too, right?
Yeah, so we have different workshops that we run seasonally, I guess. So we have them in the fall, and then we have them again usually kind of leading up till Christmas. Those are really awesome workshops. The staff are on hand kind of to help you walk through for those that aren't really maybe as creative as other people, right? Believe it or not, that's not my specialty either. I wear a lot of hats, but not that one. So those classes run usually like an hour and a half when you come do them. We've done everything from container designs to different wreaths as well, and those are usually really popular. Those classes fill up quite quickly, but outside of the classes we have all kinds of other stuff here as well. We have corn stalks and straw bale mazes and flowers and different things that you can build your own container here as well. So
that's fantastic. Yeah. And for Harvest Fest with the town, for Pumpkin Palooza, if you happen to live within town limits, you can sign up ahead of time up until September 24th online, and the town will give you 2 corn stalks, a hay bale, and some pumpkins. It's all right. For you to do your deck decor. So if you don't live within town limits or you miss out on the deadline, you're listening or watching this too late, you can come here and pick up everything you need. Yeah. If you're a town resident, go on the town website and sign up to get your kit in advance, because I think it's one of my favorite things about the town of Riverview is that they will provide these things so that everyone can get involved in the community.
Yeah.
And then everyone can go around and check it all out during Harvest Fest.
Yeah, and I think they're going to have a lot of it on social media too, so you can kind of participate that way if you can't get out and check everything out.
Yeah.
So.
And even if you don't want to be a part of it, you can still have all this beautiful decor for your front. I have a really nice front stoop in my house.
You do.
And I don't ever do anything with
should.
it. I know.
It's
and
beautiful.
this might be my year. Well, I'll probably stock up before I leave for today to tell you the truth. But I probably should come do a class. But okay, I know that you said this isn't your expertise, but what do you like? What would you pick for your front porch?
So I've been to my fair share of classes because I'm trying to kind of expand on this. But I think this year we're seeing like a lot of natural stuff. So a lot of people taking the straw, the straw bales, kind of propping them up in the corner, of your door and kind of the side of your house. It's really, really easy. It's not as complicated as we try and make it out to be. Simple as just grabbing a pot of mums and throwing it on your deck. Some corn stalks kind of tucked in behind the straw bale, makes it super, super pretty. A couple pumpkins up there. I think it's just, it's more about color this year. I think we're seeing like a lot of bright colors, the reds and the oranges. And even here at the farm, we've got over 40 different colors and fall mums.
Wow.
So there's
I had no idea there were so many colors.
I know, I didn't either, right? I was like, how many shades of yellow can there really be, right? But there's a lot. So,
Excellent.
but yeah, lots of bright colors, and it's just playing with it. There's no right or wrong way to do it. You just prop it up on your step and
away
give it
you
a
go.
whirl.
Yeah, exactly, and hope for the best, right?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Why don't we talk a little bit more about the Harvest Fest event that you guys are going to host here?
Yeah, so as Tosh mentioned, I work for Foods of the Fundy Valley as well, and we partnered with the town of Riverview to do this great pamphlet that you see here. That, as Jenna mentioned, is available online or as a handout as well. So there's even all kinds of different things happening from Riverview all the way down to Alma and kind of everywhere in between. Farmer Brown's is going to be hosting a fall harvest market. So we're going to see probably close to 30 to 35 local vendors kind of set up.
Nice.
That is our number one rule, is local products only. They're going to set up in the greenhouses. It's going to be really pretty ambiance. There's all kinds of photo ops around that you can kind of participate in. We'll have the wood oven pizza going again. And
And that's
it's going to be a good turnout. The theme this year is kind of pumpkin spice and everything nice. So that's what we're working with, all those flavors. So,
and that's on Sunday, October 3rd.
October 3rd. Yeah, and there's another market as well in Hillsborough that's taking place on the Saturday. So that's from 9 to 2 at the Old Church Market. And they have all kinds of local vendors in there as well, fresh produce, different things. So lots to get out and see and do.
Well, and if you're making your way to the community on Saturday, on October the 2nd, I'm going to put a plug in for what caught my eye, I think maybe the most on this whole list, because as we know, I like to talk about food. There's a pumpkin pancake breakfast happening in the community at Hopewell Cape on that Saturday morning. So you can come down for breakfast, pumpkin pancakes. Like, how awesome does that sound?
Good,
yeah.
right?
Then do the vendors, then tour around, then come back for the market here the next day, which is going to be incredible. And I may have mentioned there's a map. Really, really handy, because when you come out here, if you're like me, there's a really good chance you're going to turn the wrong way and your cell phone's not going to have any service.
Yes.
So
despite it being straight out the road, no turns necessary.
No.
A lot of people do get lost. Yes.
No, it's like 15 minutes from Riverview.
It is,
right?
It's
not hard to find.
Drive. Yeah.
And it's a gorgeous
Don't
drive.
ask me for directions.
What's really been cool this year, I think, is that the town of Riverview and then all of the local businesses kind of down Route 114 have jumped on board this year, and they're offering different activities, Halloween-themed activities, and different menus that are kind of centered around, fall harvest, and anything from pumpkin cheesecake to a quick cup of coffee to these extravagant dishes that I can't even begin to imagine to cook in my own kitchen. But there's a whole weekend of food there. So.
And there's a list of, I think it's over 30 places on the map where you can stop and pick up lots of treats. And if you're interested in the foliage, we were talking about how pretty it is. It already is. Like right now, September 19th, there's already some of those reds popping out, and you can just see So you can imagine that like 2 weekends from now, it is going to be
Super pretty.
peak leaves. It's going to be amazing. There are at least 2 different organized tours if that's something you're interested in as well. Check that out on the Town of Riverview's website, because that would be so much fun to have someone who knows the area and really knows those perfect little windy spots. Or like there's a couple spots where you just start to kind of come up onto a crest of a mountain or just down into a valley where the leaves are just stunning within minutes of downtown.
Yeah, it's very true, and super easy and beautiful. Okay, something I want to talk about, because the importance of Foods of the Fundy Valley to our region is there's no other. So, Chris, as the coordinator there, can you explain to people what that is?
Yeah, so Foods of the Fundy Valley has been around for, for years, and I've been with them again for about 3.5, 4 years, about the same time I jumped on board here. And it really is just an emphasis on local foods in our area. So we've done tons of events and worn different hats with different things. We really try and focus on local foods, supporting the producers, supporting the farmers, connecting those producers and the farmers with, markets, or we have a local grocery store opening soon and trying to connect them together. We do a lot of cooking programs in the schools and with seniors, again, back to local foods and kind of getting them going. We ran a cooking program at Riverside, Albert last year, and it was really shocking to see how many kids don't know how to peel a carrot or cut up an apple or stuff like that. So it really was a great program, and we're going to be running it again this year as well. And we've done some other really great things in the community, everything from soup bars to emergency food stations when COVID first hit. We've got an awesome board of directors that's always volunteering their time when I ask.
Yeah.
And
when you volunteer them.
When I volunteer them that they have to come do something. But yeah, it's a great organization. We have a little community market right in Hillsborough that features some local products as well, and some local artisans, local vendors there. And we just kind of fill in where we need to. If there's a demand, we kind of weigh it out and see what happens. So
I think it's fantastic. I know you guys are you doing the food bags again
this
year?
We are, yeah. So we're still doing the food bags. They're $15. It's essentially the size of a reusable shopping bag. Yeah. And it's a wholesale bulk buying program. So everybody basically, we pool all the money together and we split the cost on purchasing it in bulk and then divide it up amongst the bags. And I mean, for what you can get for $15 in that bag.
It's crazy. I couldn't believe it. The first time they handed me the bag, I was like, no, you got to take half of that
bag. Right? It is. It's really full. We try and get local when we can. Right now, there's like a lot of, we're seeing the apples and the squashes and the carrots and all that stuff. So our bags this month will be full of all kinds of that local stuff. And budget conscious as well. We try and shop whatever's on sale and try and, And this is my son Jackson, who just can't stand to stand off the camera.
Neither can we. We understand. Yes. So there is a lot that's happening with Harvest Fest, and it's only 3 days this year too. It's just the first, second, and third.
First, second, and third of October is the annual Riverview Harvest Fest, which is, I love too that it's not completely just in Riverview. It's the outlying community as well, because it is all part of the community. Yeah. So it's absolutely fantastic just how much you can do in one weekend.
And it is Foods of the Fundy Valley's second time partnering with the town of Riverview. We did it earlier this spring for Maple Fest.
Oh, yeah.
Which turned out really well. Again, a collaboration of local producers, local foods, different activities. And when we saw that the town of Riverview was doing the Harvest Fest again, we thought, okay, this is a great chance to jump on board and kind of promote, outside the city more, the part that maybe people don't, tend to gravitate down towards. And we're seeing a lot more of that since COVID hit, a lot more people trying to get outside the city and gravitate to less busy areas. So.
We say that as it's busy here today.
Super busy here today. Both my kids have visited,
Your second one's coming back right now.
My second one's on their way down. So. They just love the camera. That's really what it comes down to.
We understand that problem. We do. We wouldn't be doing this if we didn't have the same problem, Jenna?
Exactly. But it's wonderful to think of within 10 to 15 minute drive of where you might live in the greater Moncton area, you can be out on these beautiful farms that are producing so much fabulous food for our community.
Yes, exactly. So, Chris, what all happens here? I know that you can get fresh eggs here as well.
Yeah.
And they do have animals that you can come see.
We do, yeah. So we have animals in the barn, kind of in the back corner, for open farm day. But anytime really you can pop down and see them. Farmer Brown's has really kind of expanded on their offering in the last couple years. So we do have farm fresh eggs. We do have ground-fed beef. We have porks, chickens, turkeys. All that stuff can be purchased here on site, and fed as naturally as possible is kind of our motto. We do have some vegetables that we grow in the garden here, but they're getting used up quite quickly with everything that we have going on. So it keeps it busy though. It keeps it exciting.
Yeah.
And it's really grown like in the last couple of years with what we can offer. So.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I know my kids have even come here for birthday parties that have been hosted here, which is fantastic.
Whoa.
They do crafts and things in the greenhouse. The boys came one time in the winter where they could go sliding with their friends. They raved about it. So it's absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, we had a birthday party today.
Oh, wow.
26 little kids kicking around. I know, right? Oh, that'd be stressful as a mom to try and plan that, right? But lots of little kids kicking around. The activities were free today, so it was an awesome chance for the mom to come out and have the birthday party. We, I guess what we've kind of learned over time is that, it's one thing to grow up on a farm or own a farm, and you kind of take advantage, I guess, of, your surroundings and where your food comes from and the smells and the noises and all that stuff. So we've really kind of, said to ourselves, like, we need to get the public out here. There's all kinds of city folks, that have never seen a cow or never seen a horse or, those things. So it's really quite amazing to see the people interact that just really haven't been out to a farm before. So
I remember the first time my kids went in the barn with the horses, and they were like, "Can I touch it?" And I was like, "They would tell us if you could." So touch the horse, and they're like, "Oh my god!" And they've been like, on the horses at the zoo or whatever. Yeah. But it's kind of different when it's like in the wild, right? So and it's placed where it's supposed to be, I suppose. But they thought that was really cool. Before we started talking about Halloween and what's going to be happening here at Halloween.
Gosh, so much stuff. We have one staff member here that I think is kind of a Halloween
junkie.
So that's kind of her department. The stuff she comes up with is incredible, but we have kind of 3 events going on this year. So on October 24th, we're going to have our Halloween Boo Bash, which is a big event, kind of similar to this. We're going to have Elsa, Spider-Man, Belle's going to be here, bouncy castles, pumpkin painting, cookie decorating, all that kind of fun stuff. And then as we kind of gravitate into Halloween week, we're going to see various transformations on the farm. So we've got one level, we kind of call it Scary Cat 1. That's for the littles. Just really a greenhouse that gets transformed into Halloween fun. It's, just meant to be playful and kind of ages 6 and under. Then we'll transform another greenhouse that's for ages 6 and older. That one scared me last year.
Me too.
Not gonna lie. Oh, I know, right? And they're like, go on through. And anyways, it's a bit scarier. Still a lot of fun. And then this year what we've done is we're actually adding another component that's more for ages probably 14 and up, a little bit of the older crowd. It's called the Forbidden Woods. Ooh. And it's going to be, not sure I'm going to make it through.
But you're pointing in this direction.
Yeah, so it's going to be down, back and down through the woods. You're going to kind of make your way through it. It is going to be scary, I'm not going to lie. A whole other level of scary, I think, but that's going to kind of take place in the evenings leading up to Halloween week. So all that stuff will be found on our Facebook page, Farmer Brown's Greenhouse. Jump on there, you can check out all the different events and stuff, and we're looking forward to it. So.
Yeah, me too. I mean, not really. I'm not
I was going to say, really? Because I don't know about
it. All the other people get scared.
My 5-year-old, who's coming again, she made it through the Scary Greenhouse last year.
Really?
And I was not enthused about making through it. So it'll be a good time. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Tell her, come here, I want to show her Build-A-Bears that she made, because this is an example of what you could be doing here during Harvest Fest next year, or really the Build-A-Bears comes to most of their events. So now she doesn't want to come.
Right?
Yeah. Isn't that how it always
goes?
Right?
This is Mackenzie, and She's been very patient today, but she's on the way out. Anyways, these are Build-A-Bears, and it's a local vendor. She has a couple younger sons, and she was looking for a business that they could kind of get involved in.
Oh, neat.
And they have all kinds of different sizes.
I love the elephants.
I know,
so
right?
Yes.
He's
So
very
cute. And they come empty, and I don't know if you've ever done Build-A-Bear,
No.
but you get to pick a little heart, you put it inside, you make a wish. They close it up, and then they stick it kind of on a machine, and it stuffs it up like a stuffed animal. So it's been super popular today.
Yes, I can imagine.
We'll find them, and she's taking 2 home, I guess.
Yeah.
That's what you get when Mummy does a podcast in the middle of the day.
Yes.
Exactly.
Well, we should probably wrap things up with a quick reminder about everything that's coming up for Harvest Fest with the town of Riverview, which is happening October 1st through 3rd. You can find all the information on the town's website. Some of the highlights, of course, one of the reasons we came out here to talk today is so that we can stock up on pumpkins, corn stalks, and hay bales to
Not
take
sure
part
there's much left,
in
but
Pumpkin
we'll try.
Palooza. Well, at least now I know how to get here, so I can come back to
Right,
do
yeah.
it. And I will take the quick 15-minute way and not the long, hour-long trip I made to get here. I meant to take a bit of a scenic road.
Yeah.
Took really scenic route. So yes, you're going to want to sign up if you live in the town of Riverview. You can sign up online through their website before September 24th and get your own free kit with all that stuff to decorate for Pumpkin Palooza. You can sign up online for people to come and look at your creation, or you can just go around town and enjoy them all, whether you've done your own or not.
Get ideas for next year.
Yes. There's going to be
Pictures,
family.
don't be weird.
There's going to be family fun day. There's pumpkin pancake breakfasts.
Yeah.
There's the vendors market here and a full day of fun here on the Sunday. All kinds of things. The Hillbilly Hoedown at the skate park. You mentioned the skate park earlier. They have a fantastic competition that's part of all this. So much to do and see. So make sure you go online and check that out. Thank you, Chris, so much for taking the time to have us here with everything going on.
You know, but
It's real life, my friend. It's real life.
Right?
So Chris is really great. Like we said, she's the events coordinator. She's really good at making sure that there's events through the Farmer Brown's Facebook page. So if you want to know anything that we talked about today, there are already events already up on Facebook so that you can go and find them as well. And you can find everything, like Jenna said, through that pamphlet or online through the town of Riverview.
Thank you guys so much for listening, for watching. This is episode 1, season 4. You're going to get lots more coming from us over the next while, so keep watching for us.
Yeah, and actually, if you have any ideas for this season, you can let us know as well. You can message one of us.
Yes, we have not filled up our list of guests for the rest of this season, so we're just getting started.
We're just
I
getting
feel like
started.
a Halloween walk through the woods
Oh,
might
jeez.
be.
Oh, I see Charles's eyes lighting up.
Our first guy says no.
I feel like I'd be the only one. You do like a Blair Witch, I'll just take the
Kinda
camera.
signed up for this, you know? So.
No. Thanks for watching and listening.